Might instant death ability is so overpowered, has been so goddamn boring. Now this is a new isekai from this season, and it's been so boring because not shit has really been happening besides people just dying left and right, and it's not like it makes sense why the people are dying. It's very stupid because the main character's power is very stupid when they go into detail about like what it does. But let's talk about this anime because the first episode actually had an interesting premise, because it's the same old one where, you know, like a whole class gets transported to another world, but in this one they were coming back from like a trip and they drove into like another world because some sage summoned all them there. And out of all the characters there, she gave certain abilities and powers to all these characters, but there were like 4 characters that did not get these abilities, and they were just unlucky. And the class, they all leave them alone because they're like, you know what, dog, we'll leave you alone that we can escape. And they have a dragon attack, and that's when you find out that the main character is very OP and that he has an ability that he can basically tell anybody he wants just to die at that moment in that spot. And plus, at the beginning of the anime, we saw a backstory where it seems like he's had this ability since the day he was born or some shit, because they showed him as a little kid. And throughout the anime, we're just going to see that he's just going to tell random people to die at different times because, like, it's just convenient for him. And it's just boring because, like, not really shit's happening. Like, they introduce other characters in this world, but then they get killed that fast. So it's like, what's the point? Like, they had this one vampire woman that was introduced, and, like, she was one of the, like, the higher sages and all that. And I thought we were going to get more of her, but then she gets packed up by, like, in the newest episode, and just like, what was the point of doing that? If he's just gonna go around killing everybody, are we ever gonna know anything about this world? Because he's just been killing people left and right. Yes, it seems like in this world the sages are the ones that are in charge of this world, and the ones that are like kind of messing up this world. That's what it gives off, because it seems like they're the ones in power. And then you have other people that come from other dimensions, because we saw like this big ass mecha too. So I don't know, this series just has a lot of extra shit in it, but it has been boring because it doesn't feel like anything's been happening from episode to episode besides him just killing people and then random shit. Like, it hasn't really been that interesting. Like, out of all the new isekai that came out this season, this one has been one of the more ones that is boring and at towards the bottom, because there's so many better ones, isekai and fantasy animes, that came out this season than that one, because the instant death has not really been good, dog. It hasn't. And when it comes to his ability is stupid. This man told some ice to die. How do you tell ice to die? What kind of dumbass shit is that? Like, the whole premise of what his ability is so stupid, because it's like, how can you tell certain objects just to straight up die? It is stupid. I can understand you telling people, animals, all that, but telling random objects just to die that it can crumble away is very fucking stupid. Like, when I saw him say that with ice, I was like, this is stupid. And then he can tell that to certain items too. And then we saw that he can tell certain body parts, which was, I found that was interesting, that because he told one of the guy's eyes, he was like, die, and said that to the eye, and then that way, like, the person's eye could never be good again. So I mean, I thought that part of his ability was interesting, but then when it came to physical objects and then water and stuff like that, I was like, nah, that's going too far, and it's too fucking stupid. Like, it was so stupid. But yeah, and like the girl that's traveling with him, she just gives off that she's a damsel in distress at times. And then we also had this moment where he's like, oh, the only reason why I saved you is because you put your chest against mine. And there's stupid shit like that too, where he's, yeah, and like his personality is very bland. He's one of these main characters that is super duper bland and doesn't have a personality at all. I will say the animation and the art style actually looks pretty good. I will say when it comes to the art style, I do like the art style. The animation kind of because at times when they're moving, and also the dragon looked trash in here because they use CGI. And you know, all CGI dragons for the most part look really bad. And this was one of the ones that had a really bad one. But yeah, the art style actually looks good. I do enjoy the art style though, because it does look good. And I like some of the design of the characters wise, but it just gives off that this shit is boring, and it's not really going nowhere, because like it just gives off that it's so goddamn boring. Because as I'm watching it, I'm grabbing my phone. This is how you know an anime is boring, is when I start grabbing my phone and start doing other stuff on it. That's how you know it's boring, especially for a seasonal anime, because you know it's in sub and I need to pay attention to what's happening. But yeah, that one is boring, and I'm usually scrolling on my phone doing other shit sometimes while I'm watching, because it's a lot of just boring and fluff shit that just does not feel interesting. Like, the story wise, I don't even know where this is going. It just seems like he's eventually gonna go and find all of his classmates and probably tell all of them to die. It just seems like he's gonna tell everybody in this world to die. It would have been more interesting if we got like more, I guess, lore of the world, and then maybe saw more of the sages instead of him just packing up one of the sages that was the vampire, because I felt like she was a pretty interesting character, especially because she had a connection to that other sage that's the one that put all the students in this predicament in the first place. I just feel like he's eventually going to go there and kill her, but it would be interesting if she basically has a reverse Uno card or something like that that can stop his ability. That would be really interesting, but I doubt it, because he's just going around killing everybody. And none of the characters, of course, can be revived, because his ability is that broken that he can just tell everybody to die. It's like, there's nothing like that. There's no if and buts about it. Nobody can come back. If he says you're dead, dead, you're dead. And then also he did some stupid thing where he went through like some cockroaches that were in the anime and went all the way back to like who was controlling him, and then told that person to die, which I was just like, how does this dumbass ability work? Like, I just wish they would go in detail about how this shit works, because it's just so stupid. And then him and the girl, they're just traveling around. There's nothing. Like, nothing. I'm bored out of my goddamn mind. Like, there's other isekai that are bad. At least they have something that's going as a goal. This one does not have a goal at all. I don't know where it's going. Like, they introduced so much random shit. There was a random ass zombie apocalypse. That's what I'm saying. This anime just introduces so much random ass shit. A Gundam, zombie apocalypse, thick vampire lady, random sages, all this other random shit. Like, they were riding on the train, and next thing you know, you see like a sage and a Gundam fighting, and you're just like, what the fuck is that shit? Then the Gundam just says like, oh yeah, I'm from a different dimension, but like, yeah, you can't come back to the dimension where I'm from because like my world won't allow you, and blah blah blah. I'm just like, it just seems like this anime is just somebody made this series and just threw a whole bunch of shit in it. That's what it seems like for either the light novels or the manga, whatever it is. They just threw a whole bunch of shit, random stuff in here, and that's what this gives off though. But yeah, this shit's been boring. It's been ass. This is one of the worst isekai. It's not really the worst, but it's one of the bad isekais that so far that has came out this season, because there's so many better ones. Like, if you want to watch a better one, watch the Weakest Tamers like picking up trash. Watch that one, because that one is so much better than this shit. This shit is just straight up ass, because I'm bored out of my goddamn mind. I know I keep saying I'm bored, but I'm sorry, I have to let y'all know, because this shit was boring. Like, nothing's happening throughout the whole episode. Even when they introduce interesting characters, they kill them off like it's nothing, because he just tells them, oh yeah, die. And I'm just like, that was it? What was the point of showing this character if you're just going to kill him off like that? Can we at least get more to the character? And then like when the vampire woman got killed, now you have this one little girl that's finally able to be alive or something, because they had some type of connection. Like, they didn't really go into detail like that. It was like a little bit of detail, but not really much though. So I don't know, we'll see how this series goes. I'm probably going to still watch it just because I want to finish it to see where it's going to go, but at the same time, this shit is one of the ones that's on lower of my list of anime that has came out in winter 2024, because this one has been ass though. But yeah, if you've seen this anime, let me know how you feel about it. If you haven't seen it, why not check it out? You can watch it on High Dive or hop on a pirate ship, watch it that way too though. But yeah, just let me know, are you guys enjoying this anime, or do you think it's boring like I'm saying it is, or do you think it's ass? Do you think it's meh? Do you think it's mid? Just let me know in the comments. I'm curious how other people feel about this. If you've read the original series or just like the light novel or the source material, let me know how good the source material is compared to this anime, because this anime has been ass, but I will say the art style actually does look really good in my opinion though. But yeah, enjoy the video. Why not like? If you think you dislike, subscribe, really enjoyed. But yeah, the anime's been boring. This shit's been ass. And after this season, I never want to hear shit else about this goddamn series, because this shit has been ass though. But thanks for watching. See you next video. Bye.